Hey, welcome to Intuitive Eternal Lights. My name is Raven, and we're going to do a 10-card Celtic Cross spread for the sign of Aquarius. Now, I've been shuffling the cards and praying to the divine to give us light and guidance. We ask the infinite creator for divine guidance. All right, let's begin for Aquarius. Now, your first card represents you, the Courant. Now, the second card is going to represent what crosses you. The third card is what crowns you. The fourth card is what is beneath you, or the root. The fifth card is the past. The sixth card is the future. Now we're going to move on along to the staff part of our reading. And the seventh card speaks to us about our attitudes. All right. The next card is representing our environment. Our environment. All right. All right, Aquarius. The next card that we're pulling is regarding all your hopes and fears. All your hopes and fears. Ooh, there was a lot there. Let's try this again here. Ooh, they're just popping out. All right, hopes and fears for Aquarius. Set that there. Last but not least is the outcome. What do you need to think about? What does the divine want you to know? All right. Let's pick one. All right. Okay, Aquarius, let's get started. Now, the first card represents you, the Courant, and you received the Lover's card. Now, the Lover's card in this position can signify that you need to start making a decision in your relationship right now, and that the temptation, the heart, or a choice of personal partners, a selection will need to be made that you shouldn't be taken lightly, Aquarius. You need to determine what is truly important to you and hold on to your beliefs, Aquarius. Now, with the Lovers, the message here is that the Lovers is about choice. The choice about who you want to be in this lifetime and how you connect with others and on what level of connection you're headed, and what you'll stand for and what you won't stand for. And to make good choices, you need to be clear about your personal beliefs and values. So stay true to them. And that's twice now that came up. And the Lover's card is often a sign that you are facing a moral dilemma, and you have to consider the consequences before acting. Now, your value system is being challenged right now, and you're being called to take a higher path, Aquarius. Even if it's difficult, do not carry out a decision based on fear or worry or guilt or shame. So now more than ever, Aquarius, you must choose love And choose love for yourself, love for others, and love for the universe. Choose the best version of yourself, Aquarius. Wow. All right. Now we're going to move on to your second card, Aquarius, which is what crosses you. What are your obstacles? And you receive the Nine of Wands. And this card crossing you is saying even when things are tough and seem insurmountable, you stand firm and ride out the storm. So you're willing to do what it takes to get to the finish line, Aquarius. The Nine of Wands encourages you to keep pushing. You have support system, trust in yourself, and take help when it's offered. So it is a lot about courage, persistent, resilience. Now, I also think that this card is regarding a lot of people that were in your relationship, 9 different people, or for 9 different years you've been struggling with this relationship. And the reason I say this is because of the Lovers card. Usually it is a good indication that you need to forge a new path for you. This relationship, you've given it all and everything, and sometimes it's not enough. You've given too much. It's time to start to give to yourself and be good to yourself. And now, Aquarius, you've been through a long and hard journey already, and you must not give up and on yourself and start giving of yourself again. And it suggests the importance of making a decision that will have long term and spiritual consequences. This combination also suggests that your choices may come with consequences that you must be prepared to face. And you have to take on the responsibilities for those decisions and be ready to face the potential fallout. That's a very, very strong combination of 2 cards there. Just a quick note also, Aquarius, on this card and this combination of the Nine of Wands. This could mean that you're also facing one of the last obstacles that you need to overcome to reach the ultimate goal. So this combination could sometimes indicate a risk of taking a wrong decision with life-altering consequences. And finally, this combination can also signify the importance of stopping, thinking, and trusting one's own judgment before making a final decision on love or career or anything in your personal life. All right, Aquarius, we're going to move to your third card, which is what crowns you, what is above you. And you receive the Justice card. Now, this Justice card is ruled by Venus, a Libra sign, and air. And this is all about fairness, truth, clarity, equality, balance, cause and effect. Now, because it's crowning you, Aquarius, it's saying that your decisions will have lasting effects. So if you're endured by some wrongdoing, this card may mean that relief is finally coming. However, if you've caused pain, take this as a warning. Justice may also mean that you need to learn the truth about yourself or others, or Perhaps some attention is needed for an important decision. Now, the Justice also advises you to listen carefully as others explain to you their version of events and the parts that they played. Actually, it's unnecessary to offer feedback. Now, your role is to observe, listen, and listen closely. Give your full attention and keep your wits about you as the story takes shape. Now, as you witness people's accounts of the stories or themselves, your understanding will go beyond the words you hear. Now, interference and clues will reveal the truths that will enable you to make wise and an accurate assessment of the situation that is above you right now, Aquarius. Wow. You're getting some heavy duty cards today, Aquarius. Don't kill the messenger. Now, Aquarius, we're going to move to your fourth card, which is what is beneath you. What is the root? And you received the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess, the appearance in a reading can signify that it's time for you to listen to your intuition rather than your intellect and your conscious mind. When this priestess shows up, it can depict a divine feminine, a female that understands and holds the answers to the deep unknowns. She represents someone that is intuitive and is beginning to finally open to her or his spirituality. Meditation, prayer, and spiritual work is indicated with this card. This card can also signify that you have intense emotions in a love relationship, and you need to be honest about your real true feelings. All right, that is beneath you, Aquarius. Okay, we're going to move to your fifth card, which is your past, and you received the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is saying you're finding yourself to be self-aware and confident, and you were discovering your life's purpose. In the past, you have been having a great time, almost magical, and this could be referring to your childhood as well. Or it could be as recent as a good vacation or extended period of being yourself around those you love the most. This also can be a mother figure that was in your life, and that your childhood influence was unorthodox, and you were able to consider other alternative ways of living and learning, Aquarius. All right. Now, Aquarius, we're going to move on to your sixth card, which is the future, and you received the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords in the present position is not a good sign. So if you're not already suffering, expect something seemingly bad to happen. Ooh, so you're feeling really under pressure and out of control right now, and prepare yourself for this, and you'll be able to weaken the blow. Now, you know, life is always full of trials and tribulations. However, you're so strong, Aquarius. I know that you can make it through, even if this keeps you up all night. So be aware that you'll eventually overcome these issues. And I believe a lot of this is coming from, you know, the Lover's card and having to make a decision regarding your relationship, Aquarius. A lot to think about. Okay, Aquarius, we're going to move to your next card, which is your seventh card, and you received the Desert Prince, and it speaks about survival and false promises. Now, when you stumble upon the Desert Prince, you're really receiving a gift because it's talking about how the desert environment is defended and it's tough and very succulent, even though it gets hardly little to no water. So, in spite of the external conditions, life can form and thrive. So, this card, as an ally card, is saying to be tough and have the courage and dare to dream no matter what the circumstances are. So, it may be hard, but not only will you survive, you will thrive, Aquarius. So, in despite of any of these conditions, and you've been through some tough conditions and you're still thriving, you're still that wonderful person. They never knocked you down so far that you couldn't pick yourself up, Aquarius. You're a pretty incredible person to be through so much and still have a smile on your face, and that's indicated in the Queen of Wands. No matter what, you were smiling, you were still trying to have a good time, no matter what the circumstances were around you. So expect nothing less than what is in your most precious dreams. The challenger of the sign is saying, don't be fooled by the beauty of the Desert Prince. Because you're being faced with a mirage, and sometimes you can't see the truth because your thirst for achievement and recognition may be blinding you to the true nature of your situation. Now, perhaps two circumstances prevent you from being able to see with clarity. So be aware when faced with something that seems too perfect, too easy. And if it's too good to be true, you know that it is. So pay attention to false promises. And if you've been hearing false promises for 9 years, Aquarius, it's time to move on. And don't be swayed by shortcuts and flattery. And the best way out of this is to accept that every life has a desert period. Just accept this for now, and then once you get there, you can take one step at a time, and it'll lead you to greener pastures and fresh, clean water. So the divine is asking for appropriate timing. So that should be your attitude if it isn't. And it had a lot of information in it. All right, so we're going to move along to your 8th card, which represents your environment. And you received the sign of Cancer. And it's all about protecting your intuition and your attitudes from the past, from history. Now, I had to really meditate on this because with everything in this reading, I'm getting a message that this is you, that your home is where you make it, Aquarius. Because the crab in the sign of Cancer, its shell can be seen as a house. And it's constantly a mothering, nurturing. It talks about security, caution, feelings, emotions, land. And it's a real close attachment to home, possibly when you were younger, where you felt secure and loved, and you had unconditional love, but you were also in touch with your feelings and intuition. And this made your house very safe. And so I'm thinking that right now, Aquarius, you need to take your home somewhere else and start a new home, or that you're feeling very, very, or you want to feel secure in your home right now. All right, Aquarius, we're going to move to your 9th card, which speaks about your hopes and fears. And it says, I love you. And, you know, real love makes us feel very vulnerable. So even if you love someone, it can be the fear that they don't love you back, or they don't love you as much as you love them with the intensity. And a lot of times, it's uncharted territory with love, and most of us have a natural fear of the unknown. And letting ourselves fall in love or be in love is taking a real risk. We're placing a great amount of trust in one another and another person. It makes us feel exposed and vulnerable. Our core defenses are challenged. So any habits that we've had may allow us to feel self-focused or self-contained, to fall by the wayside. So we tend to believe that the more we care, the more we can get hurt. Now, also, new love stirs up past hurts, and the ways we were hurt in previous relationships can start forming in our childhood and have a strong influence on how we perceive the people that we get close to, as well as how we act in our romantic relationships. So old negative dynamics make us wary of opening ourselves up to someone new. So a lot of times love challenges our old identity. So a lot of us struggle with being unlovable, and trouble feeling our own value and believing anyone could really care about us. So we all have to stop that critical inner voice and know that we are worthy and deserving of happiness. Now, Aquarius, we move to your 10th final and last card, which is your outcome. And it's saying, what else could this mean? So the outcome is asking you to always know that there's multiple ways to look at every situation. So our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. So look at the situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? So whomever or whatever is triggering you and making you not be able to sleep at night, you need to find out who's triggering you. Why is it triggering you? How to make it stop triggering you. How to help yourself. And really find out who we are, what we want. You need some self-reflection, Aquarius. Now, the outcome is asking, is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment? Or is this a pattern that is ready to be broken? Now, walk in the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. If it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, how is life happening for me right now? And what can I do to change it, to make it better, to make myself happy? All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, this was a tough reading. And I hope that you were able to take something from it. Again, thank you. Much love, peace, and light. Bye for now.